A gentle sunrise over ancient Lu. A teacher's bamboo brush glides, yet its strokes still echo through skyscrapers, boardrooms, and living room debates. Tonight, we travel 2.5 millennia in under 12 minutes, discovering how one soft-spoken scholar became the unseen architect of social harmony from Beijing to Boston. Ready? Spring and autumn China was chaos set to a war drum rhythm. Into that turbulence, 551 BCE, came Kongqiu, later Latinized as Confucius. Raised by his widowed mother in the small state of Lu, young Kong balanced poverty with insatiable study, absorbing ritual lore like candlewick draws wax. His modest birth sharpened his empathy for common folk, while his brilliance opened palace doors. That tension, outsider insight meets insider access, seeded his future mission to heal society's rifts. At 30-something, Confucius served Lu's court, striving to model governance on virtue instead of swords. Political rivalries exiled him, birthing a 13-year road movie across rival states. He walked muddy paths with a handful of disciples, pitching ethical statecraft the way modern consultants pitch corporate culture. Rejected more often than hired, he still recorded dialogues, refined rites, and, crucially, trained followers who would preach after his death. The road's hardships sculpted his aphorisms, concise, relatable, resilient. Rather than metaphysics, Confucius chased practical harmony. The cornerstone, Ren, human-heartedness, demands compassion that starts at home and scales to empire. He welded that to Li, a choreography of rituals turning respect into muscle memory. Add Xiao, filial devotion, and a belief leaders govern by moral magnetism, not fear, and you've sketched Confucianism's power grid. Students later codified 5 classics, birthing the first civil service curriculum. Exams would grind dynasties and test takers alike for 1,300 years. The Han dynasty adopted Confucius as ideological backbone, swapping legalist whips for moral textbooks. Temples sprouted, emperors styled themselves guardians of ritual order, and bureaucrats chanted analects before breakfast. Whenever dynasties frayed, scholars blamed rulers for drifting from Confucian virtue, an autocorrect function baked into the empire. Even revolutions wielded his words. The Ming founding edict cited Ren to justify toppling the Mongols. Across 2,000 years, Confucianism became less a philosophy than the empire's operating system. Trade winds ferried silk and ideas together. In Korea, scholars fused Confucian ethics with local ancestor rites, forging Joseon's social ladder. Japan's Tokugawa shoguns imported Neo-Confucian hierarchy to cement samurai loyalty. Vietnam entwined Confucian exams with village politics. Each culture tweaked the blueprint, yet the core promise, stable harmony through self-cultivation, remained. By 1800, 1/3 of humanity bowed, literally, to Confucian norms. 19th-century missionaries dismissed Confucius as musty, while reformers blamed him for China's sluggish tech race. Yet 20th-century pragmatists flipped the script. Singapore used Asian values, rooted in Confucian social duty, to turbocharge growth. Mainland China funds Confucius institutes worldwide to brand soft power. Silicon Valley CEOs quote, "Choose a job you love" in keynotes. On TikTok, #Confucius gets millions of loops, proof that bite-sized wisdom crosses algorithms as easily as ox-cart trails. Confucius died with no estate, yet his 10th-generation grandson received hereditary titles, turning the Kong clan into one of history's longest-running noble houses. They amassed land, museums, and, ironically, lavish ritual feasts. Today, Confucius's grave complex in Khufu is a UNESCO magnet generating tourism revenue north of $500 million annually. The sage himself preached modesty, but his brand became an economic engine, printing textbooks, temple tickets, even plush dolls sporting scholar caps. Is Confucianism a religion? Devotees light incense at his statue, yet no deity answers. It's a ritual-heavy worldview where moral law replaces divine law. That ambiguity lets it coexist with Buddhism, Taoism, or Christianity, like an operating system that runs multiple apps. Modern surveys find many East Asians identify as both Confucian and something else, illustrating the school's flexibility. Perhaps that adaptability is its secret longevity, belief without exclusivity. From dirt roads of Lu to fiber optic cables of today, Confucius whispers the same challenge: govern yourself before governing others. In a polarized world, his ancient equation, empathy plus ritual equals harmony, feels startlingly futuristic. Maybe the softest brushstrokes truly redraw the widest maps. If this journey lit a lantern in your mind, tap like, share the glow, and subscribe for more deep dives that connect dusty scrolls to tomorrow's headlines. See you in the next adventure.